Hey everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program RP-0. We are rejoining our crew out here at Mars as Nina is making some other preparations to the ascent vehicle, which we do have in a launchable configuration, but we would like to just improve the state of things generally, and that includes moving the solar panel to the top of that disposable tank, and getting these last two antennae in place, so hopefully we can abandon these landing legs because they are heavy and will absolutely cause a problem with our weight balance on ascent. But as it is stable right now, figure maybe we can go about trying to resuscitate some of the science gathering things for this mission, which would be really nice if we could still get a nice science profit despite all of the tragedy that has befallen us here. So we're going to continue breaking apart the rover and collecting its sciencey equipment things and carry back basically a full payload. I did think about trying to flip the rover over to drive it back, and maybe we could hook up this other life support tank, give us some more time here on the surface, but that was not really a thing. Even detaching it and then reattaching it with the wheels in a better configuration only resulted in Nina getting knocked in the head by a wheel. Wasn't going to stop me, though. I was very determined to try to make some part of this rover salvageable. It would certainly help, but we're going to have to deal with that at a later date. In the meantime, while we've got this full load of experiments, we'll just walk them over here to our little life support tank and try attaching them, but I'll turn you over to old me. Alright, there's that one, and this one here. Very good. Render in. There we go. Seismic accelerometer. What? No. Oh! Oh, Nina, no. Come on, get up. Get up. Get up. You have to detach that thing before it wrecks everything. Oh god, the whole lander is dancing. Oh, unplug. Nice. Oh. Okay, God, thank God it didn't flip. What in the hell? Oh, what did it hit? What is going on here? Huh. Well, that was predictable. Alright. I think that was the lion's share of our science experiments, or is that one of them there dancing behind the rover? Yeah. It's one of the expensive ones, too, and it just keeps going. Okay. Well, probably against our better judgment, we're going to try to recollect this life support tank that seems to be completely indestructible, no matter how many ghosts of Mars try to destroy it. It just persists. We would kind of like its supplies, and maybe we'll assess the viability of this mission again, but making sure that we can stay on the surface for as long as needed to accomplish whatever goals we set out would probably be a good idea. So just reassessing there that we do have 2 broken solar panels, and I thought about maybe replacing them with 2 from the rover, or at least what's left of the rover. These are not solar panels, but might as well clean up a little bit of our mess. At least it'll be fewer things that I have to detonate later. You know, it does kind of create this weirdness, but maybe we'll just try to reattach that, or not, just set it down. We do still have a few science experiments here, but right now I was more concerned about our longevity here on the surface, and there's a pack of solar panels. We will take that with us in hopes that maybe we can patch those onto the lander and get a little more of a power supply. That was what I initially set out to do. But we will reconnect the life support tank in just a bit. We're going to try to go around and replace this broken panel with this panel, and then put the broken one back in our inventory. We'll attach it to something and leave it somewhere at some point, I'm sure. But there's our life support tank reattached, thankfully. No explosions. Alright. Well, there's the other one sinking below the surface. There are hinges that are magically intact again. Solar panel is broken. That was predictable. Well then, I'm glad we spent all that effort attaching a solar panel that does not work. Well, I guess with the science experiments destroyed, mostly, and everything else down here just being absolutely horrendously awful, we should probably just go ahead and get going. So we'll extend that antenna. It comes down to about where the gear is. That one's definitely a little lower and elevates us. Good. We are off these heavy landing legs. Let's try folding them in, maybe? Yep. Retract. Excellent. Okay. Retract. Okay. I was hoping we could stop sliding. I don't know, is this what I get for balancing a 14-ton spacecraft on top of 4 antenna? Alright. Whoa! Yeah, that's good news. All right, Nina. Come on, Nina. There you go. I'm glad you have avionics. You should probably not touch those antenna. Bad things happen when that stuff happens. So, maybe just get rid of this. Oh, is it gonna... Please don't... Okay. Alright, can you stop the sliding with your helmet? No. Still sliding. Pushing Nina to the side. Looks like we're dragging that life support tank with us. Interesting. We get... This is probably a really bad idea. Yeah. Oh. Is it gonna careen into that thing? This might be a problem. Okay. Oh, you're gonna have to get that out of the way. Yeah, that's awesome. Go, Nina, go. You just throw that descent stage around, it means nothing to you. You know, very likely the bane of your existence at this point, but, oh yeah, we can kind of run. That clear? No, it's not coming straight on. It's kind of moving sideways-ish? Maybe? Yeah, like it's still coming straight for it. I thought I pushed it to the side. Alright, come on. Alright, this is so... No, like it's actively moving itself. It's like, I don't know, this is more than gravity. Like, she should be able to lean against it and stop this. Yeah, of course, that's the root part. We know that. Now, we can't, okay. Alright. Throw this thing to the side. Come on. We just need our ascent stage not to wander into anything. Okay. Maybe we can block it with a rover. If we throw 2 cursed parts in front of each other, does their cursedness cancel out? This is probably a really bad idea. Just how bad, I don't know. Alright. Whoa. Oh, wow. Well, there's our answer. Huh. Did not explode nearly as well as I thought it would. Oh man. Alright. So we should probably get rid of these landing legs and just get the hell out of here. Mars is weird. Alright, come on. Can you just get a little bit closer? Can we no, still not quite close enough. Please don't touch the magic antenna. No. Oh, that's interesting. Detach. There we go. That's the magic key. Oh, don't run over that. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. And that's what happens when you touch the antenna. Take a pirouette. Was that landing leg not dancing? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Detach. Oh. Oh, good. Yeah. From that angle, I can't do anything except push it further underneath the lander. Oh, please don't go kicking things into weird realm. Yeah, I could have grabbed it, I guess. Yep, they're both dancing. That's so incredibly reassuring. Just make sure it doesn't dance and go punting our ascent stage. Yeah, there they go. On second thought, let's never go to Mars. 'Tis a silly place. Alright, let's just get the hell out of here. There's entirely too much weirdness going on. We're pretty much pointed skyward. I'm absolutely terrified to know what's going to happen when we take this thing out of time warp, or if we have to time warp, or how bad it's going to be when we time warp. Just go ahead and get rid of this. No. If it tips over or anything dumb happens, we're going to be glad that we hung on to that ladder. Alright. Yeah, I guess there's nothing more she can do from out there. We just need to check, see what happens when we come out of time warp. Okay. That was a landing leg that exploded, yeah? Oh boy, I hope so. Alright. The ascent stage is intact. That's all that matters. Where is Harmonia? There she is. Set as target. Mars is so weird. And as we wait to get things a little lined up, I'm scared to decouple that as a root part because it's the root part. And in testing, that affected our avionics. Although I don't think it should happen here, I don't want to take any chances just yet. So we're waiting to get our relative inclination down to something a little more reasonable. But I will turn you over to Old Me for live launch coverage. Alright, Mars is weird. Okay, let's open up these two tanks. And you... Engines are active. Ignition. Oh, we're gonna need some smart ASS. Kill rotation. Why are we listing so badly? Decouple node. No, skyward please. Skyward please. I don't care if that thing's hanging on, we still got 4,800 meters per second. Let's get some altitude and get clear of the atmosphere, and then we'll shake it free. Come on. Alright, starting to wean down on that relative inclination. Just ever so slightly. Come on, come on, come on. Keep the nose up. the nose up. Come on, let's get out of the atmosphere. That's all we need to do, and then we can no, shutting down. All right, well, there goes that thing. Good pull, Bowman. Why are we listing? What is off balance on this thing? You gotta be kidding me. And it's not even to a direction where we have something that's unbalanced. Alright, prograde. Do not angle down, Bowman, come on. Come on. Too much angle, maybe? Let's get more altitude, dude. Let's get us out of the atmosphere. Oh, this thing is a tragedy. You can do it, Bowman. Should have done that a long time ago. Alright, it's engine shutdown. We're going to do an apogee kick. First, we're going to get clear of the atmosphere, and then we're going to shed some dead weight. Okay, 6 minutes to apogee. So our apogee, how much do we need to make this a thing? $836. We got 1433 left in the tank. Oh, thank God. Yeah, there's Bright Mars's back. Quick save. Can we do that? Quick saving. Alright. Hang on tight, Nina. Why are we carrying all this stuff? I guess if we do this, and it just surface attaches and then falls away, that's fine. Tool needed, dang it. Now we're space now, so come on, Nina. Just ditch all this stuff. We don't need it. And there's a port on the side somewhere too, right? Yeah, there it is. Alright, get back in. Just let all these random bits fall back to Mars. Increase our mess, I guess. Grab. Board. Alright, RCS back to arm. Let's get pointed into our node. What's our time on that burn? 45 seconds. Perfect. I have no idea if that actually increased our delta V, but you know what would have? Venting some things like not crew or science, but carbon dioxide. Dump. Kill that. Waste. Dump. Waste water. Dump. Alright, that's good. Time warp it on in. Still got a ton of fuel down here. We should probably refocus that. Give us some leverage on these thrusters. Wow. Why can you not hold steady? Now SAS is off because of Mech Jeb. What about node? Hold to the node, Mech Jeb, or will you do this weird dance? Yes, the dance. The node dance of our people. Kill rotation, come on. Okay, 218 by 182. We are in an orbit with 573 meters per second remaining. That is awesome. Let's just consolidate our fuel into a single tank if we can. Out, out. And let's get some solar panels out, the ones that are not broken, preferably. 2 broken panels, should have ditched all of those. Move these 2 around to the side where they'll do us some good. Which battery do we have? Enough. Let's hope. Alright, well, kill that node and try to plot for a rendezvous. Looks like we're going to have to give it an orbit or so to pass. They need to catch up to us. So here we are above their orbit, but out there we are below it. So that distance is gonna grow. Dang it. Right, let's make a small touch up here at our periapsis, where we are actually above the harmonious orbit, and take ourselves a little above their orbit out there also. Off. Do this on RCS? Yeah, probably. Just makes more sense to do it like this. Yep. RCS off. Kill the node. We should be entirely above our target's orbit now, so it should catch up to us over a lap or two. Please be incremental and small. Yes, look at that. That I think we can tune. Add maneuver. And as much fun as toying with nodes is, I just went ahead and sped a lot of this up in post. It was kind of a struggle because the node kept moving around. This is always a fun game that I like to play with a Kerbal Space Program. It's let's play with the node or select the target, and also let's make the node disappear when it gets to someplace close. I think I was able to tune it down manually to get to about 2.5. Maybe it was just inside render range, kilometer distance as we were coming around making the approach here, and then I opted to just tune the rest of it manually during the burn. Yeah, 3.8, I think that was the number that I just saw there. But maybe I was able to get it a little bit closer, but I probably should have sped this up a bunch more. 3.8 kilometers was the closest I was able to get it manually. We'll just warp right around to the node. Ullage in for a little bit. We got a 4-second rating on this burn. We're still about 25 seconds out, but just pumping some fuel through the RCS thrusters isn't really going to hurt much. We do actually have a lot of disposable Delta V, which is awesome. Now I was just going to use the thrusters to try to bring down that separation at closest approach as best I could, which involved basically hitting I, J, K, L, H, or N, and seeing if the separation at closest approach went down or went up. If it goes down, you hold it until it starts to go up. If it goes up, you move to a different key. I was able to get it down to about 2.9 kilometers before I just decided to warp around to the closest approach. I'll use Mech Jeb to establish that node there. It's about 19 meters per second. And we'll just go ahead and zero out here and then finish making the rest of our approach on RCS. Which, doing this burn here does let us correct a little bit more accurately in some cases. And here we're able to dial it down to just a couple of 100 meters. Maybe even less than that. Yep, there it is, 69 meters. So we will warp around to that point. There's Harmonia Station, 2.6 kilometers away, and I bet the most welcoming sight for Lee Bowman and Nina, last name I'm not going to pronounce. There she is. What an amazingly, amazingly beautiful sight. It must feel incredible to not be stuck on the surface and to know that unless something goes absolutely horrendously wrong with Bowman's piloting here at this very late stage in the game, they are not, in fact, going to die on or near Mars. And that's quite an accomplishment. It has been one hell of a road for what was supposed to be a 30-day stay on the surface. I think they were only down there for about 3, give or take. I don't know. The mission timers always act funny for me. I know they were down there for at least 2 nights, because I fast-forwarded through them myself, but that was all before we got the lander upright. And that is quite a view. Yeah, they're not seeing it because the window's facing us and they only get the one. But we selected our docking port. We're trying to level off our approach here and make sure we're not confusing our axes of movement. Still trying to improve my docking game, and I think that's going to be one of those long road kind of things. So we will make sure we're controlling from the pod, because the Docking port is, I guess, rotated a little bit. It does throw off just my visual acuity of the controls, which I think explains a lot of why my dockings get screwed up. So I rely way too heavily on what I'm seeing on the screen versus what the nav ball shows me. But there's Bowman's approach. We're a little off angle. We're going to have to tip down just a little bit. You can see that angle more clearly defined there. But he'll line it up nice and clean and bring them in for their final approach, in which we'll switch back over here to real time. Nice and steady, Bowman. Magnets. Come on. Give me a lock. Give me a lock. Whew. And that is a huge bunch of exhaling from the entire crew and everyone on the ground and everyone on Earth. They are safe. For now. 43 science in there. What's her data totals? 677, so we can probably, well, let's bring this up right quick just so we can keep an eye on it. Pin. Review report. Says it's 5 MITs. Yeah, that put it to like 739. So I guess that's just, that's what we'll do for right now. Anyway, let's get these two out. Nina, you certainly have earned a break. So let's take data, all of it. Just bring up the board icon. We don't want to... No, no boarding. Just not gonna... Oh, good. There it is. Come on. Board. Yes. Oh. And, Bowman. Grab board. Fantastic. Well, all the crew has been reunited after a absolutely terrifying couple of days. Glad to have them all safe. We can all breathe a little easier now. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it, and I will see all of you in the next one. So until then, see you later.